I have your attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while the police on family stealing from me. I'm on my phone me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get them away from me.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Going sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Going sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you power, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to breed a lot of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spending life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a baba, flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Going sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Going sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome.
All right, I think I'm good to go. Let me just check the feed real quick just to make sure I'm good. So how's everybody doing out there tonight? This is the ISUPK online classes. Let me see, 1 second. Let me bring it up. Hey, y'all let me know. Can y'all hear me fine in the chat? Just let me know. All right. Move this out the way. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay, I think I hear myself over there. All right. All right, let's get it, man. This is ISUPK online classes live. Let's get it. All right, y'all know what it is. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the chat tonight. We got Just Started Pink. We got 12 Tribes. We got Kana in the building. Let me see. Who else is in here? Yeah, y'all get up in here, man. All right. Let's get this thing popping. All right. All right, you can hear me. All right, Most High in Christ. And so, shouts out to everybody that's rocking out with us tonight. Of course, let me see. Make sure everything should be turned up. Salakia. Yeah. Make sure. Boom. Good there. Levels. Turn my levels up. All right, so y'all should be able to hear me nice and clear. Most High in Christ. And let me go back. All right. Lock here. Let's see. Sounds. All right, I got my sounds back. All right. Aaron Baldwin. All right, man. I see you. Let me see. Who else is in here? Come on, y'all. Get in here. All right, let's get the likes up too. It helps the algorithm. Come on, it don't cost nothing. I don't even look in my like folder like that. So it don't even really matter at the end of the day. So why are we here? We're here today because of brotherhood, and we're here so that we can understand that that's the foundation of, how we're. Hold on, let me get in the middle. All right, about right there. All right. So we're here to, understand that our brotherhood is where our power is going to lie at. How does it sound, Mataz? Pod sounds good. What I'm saying? We got to understand that that's where our power is going to lie at, and without brotherhood. Yeah, so without brotherhood and sisterhood, we don't have anything. And it's so important now, living in this time right now that we're living in, with the war in Ukraine going on right now. The world is pretty much, y'all, look, Matala, I don't even think they really understand it, man. I seen a video, what's his name? Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden was pretty much saying how, the war, he was being real vocal because he did a what's that called? Like a speech or whatever. He did it in Warsaw. You know what I'm saying? And basically in this speech, he basically said that like getting a little bit loose, you know what I'm saying? When he was speaking and not going by the script, Joe Biden said, that he needs to remove Putin needs to be removed from power, and that was taken as like whoa, and they had to hurry up and send some other people in there to back. And they basically told Joe Biden like, yo, just stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Don't start going off the script talking. You know what I'm saying? Because with that can be taken as a, you know what I'm saying, as an act of aggression. You know what I'm saying? Because he was up there talking about if you step on any of NATO soil, we will defend it with the full power of NATO. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So right now is a time that we supposed to be coming together because I'm telling you, America is going to get pulled into the war. It's just a matter of time before it happens, and in this time, we should be more aware of what's going on. We should be more in tune with what's going on, right. Because a lot of our brothers and sisters around the world, you know what I'm saying, don't really, take really, really understand the seriousness of what's really going on and what's, the Lord is doing in the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to get some scriptures about it. I'll open the floor up now if anybody wants to ask a question. And we'll get it on from there. All right. If anybody got anything in the chat that they want to bring out or whatever, then feel free. Let me see. Just gonna get my notes ready. All right. So what we're gonna do is, hey, could somebody get Mataziala, please? One of them got to be in here. Okay. All right, Tamika. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So let's go to what I want to go to. Damn, there's so many good ones, man. Let me go to let me go to Proverbs 21:16. Oh yeah, but Tyler Powell there. Oh, okay. So let me go to Proverbs 21:16, real quick, if you don't mind. And of course, if y'all got any questions or whatever, we'll go ahead and get it on. All right. So no questions here in the room. Y'all been studying? Yeah. All right. Well, who was the king that was ruling in the book of Isaiah?
I wasn't studying that chapter, sir.
Hey, look, you know what? That's what the general always asked. Used to ask us too. He used to say, "No questions in here." Okay, well, y'all know the Bible. I guess everybody know the Bible. And no questions about it. All right, no sweat.
I was in Proverbs. I'm sorry, I wasn't in Isaiah.
Okay. So you understand everything in Proverbs you're reading?
No, not everything.
All right. All right. So we're gonna go right now to Proverbs 21:16. If you could. But and go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Salakia.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Right.
So what kind of understanding do you want to have? You want to have the understanding of the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? It's kind of, we say it all the time, but you'll be surprised how many people hear everything that you say, and then it just go in one ear and out the other. It's like we're so focused on other things that don't really mean anything. So a lot of times we get taught these things over and over and over again, and it's kind of like we don't apply it, the way where we should be applying it, because, it goes in one ear and out the other. All right. So read it one more time, please.
Okay.
Hold on, Salakia. There you go. You good to go. Hold on. Let me make sure you tight with that. 1 second. All right, yeah, you good to go.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yeah, because a lot of our brothers and sisters don't, take heed to the truth and really get it in their spirit. You know what I'm saying? And they what's that first part? One more time. The first part you said.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding.
Yeah, a lot of our brothers and sisters, they wander out of the way of understanding. Why? Because you have something that you think that you have to, do. You know what I'm saying? So many people wander out of the way of understanding. But guess what? When they can you put your phone on mute? But when you go to, when you know what I mean, you wander away from that understanding, you live amongst the dead.
Right.
And I can't understand for the life of me why you at this point would want to go back into the world like you haven't been taught what you've been taught up to this point. If you really think that you're going to go back into the world and you're going to be able to identify with people, you're sadly mistaken. Because nobody is going to want to hear nothing about what you got to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You're going to sound like a damn weirdo out there talking about the 12 tribes and black people and the Israelites and all that.
Yeah.
Nobody trying to hear that. And so that's why you want to make sure that you stay in, you know what I mean, and you follow what you was taught so that, you don't wander back into the what?
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right. You don't want to remain in there. What's the next verse?
Verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man.
Okay, that goes into like, like spending money and all that kind of stuff. But all right, so you could drop that. But that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like the sisterhood and the brotherhood is important. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's more than just drinking and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's more than that. It's more than just, with me CI. And that's an element of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a lot more than just that. You know what I'm saying? And so, and all of us that's in here, you know what I'm saying? We long as we hold fast to what we was taught, then we should be in good shape. You know what I'm saying? Because in these times right now, with the war going on in Ukraine, and then America's gonna get dragged into it, we're gonna have to lean on each other more than ever. Like when you see like America, like you see how like so many people out there right now, they're like, they're like, and it's so funny, but you know how a lot of people are, what's that word I'm looking for? They're surprised at the fact that Joe Biden ain't gonna do nothing for black people.
Right.
They're surprised at that. Like they're surprised that he gave $31.6 billion to Ukraine. And he's allowing 100,000 Ukrainian refugees to come into America. And he gave him he approved $1 billion to give him for humanitarian to help them get settled in when they get here to America. So they have they're going to get $1 billion. They're going to have a great footing when they get here, and somehow we're surprised that he's not going to do nothing for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he'll do something for you. He already did it. He gave you the George Floyd statue, didn't he? He gave us the George Floyd statue. He gave us Juneteenth, right? He put a bunch of laws on the book, for the the transgender community, the LGBT, and he did everything that he's going to do for black people. But he's not going to give us no $31 billion. You can hang that up. Go ahead.
And look, for the life of me, it's like crazy how we believe that like this so-called Democratic president is going to be any different than the last Democrat.
1 Corinthians 14:38.
We on like what? How many?
1 Corinthians 14:38.
Like 40-something.
Hold on, speaking to the mic so the people can hear you.
40-something or 50-something presidents, and we actually still believe that one of them is going to do something, whether they're Republican or Democrat. And we, like as if what was the last Democrat anyway?
The last one was Obama.
Obama was the last.
Yeah.
Nothing happened under Obama. So
Right.
what makes us think that, okay, the person who came up under Obama is going to do anything more than what he did?
Right,
You see what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like he learned from Obama. He studied at the feet of Obama.
Right.
He's going to do exactly what Obama did.
Right.
He's not going to do nothing more.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And our people are so like baffled at that. Like, wow, he gave them $13 billion. Oh, hey, he gave them $1 billion. And guess what? When they come over here, they're gonna get a good footing right in our neighborhoods. Yeah. And if they don't come like straight into the ghetto, they're gonna go to some neighborhoods, that they probably got over in the Midwest somewhere, and they're gonna be able to have their own businesses, probably give them all jobs at Amazon or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll have their what you say?
Is somebody named Jesus? Like,
Oh yeah. All right. William, okay, Will, all right, checking in from Newcastle, all right. Salakia, sir, would you consider Samson's death a justifiable suicide? No, that's not justifiable because, for one, I've been in those seats. If y'all don't know anything about that brother, I'm assuming that the sister's talking about Tyrese Sampson. And he was a 14-year-old kid who was on that ride, the one that drops. It was like the tallest one that they got. You know what I'm saying? It was like 480 feet in the air. I don't know why they even make rides like that. I mean, how much do you want to flirt with death? But what do you say?
That's what the dude name was, Tyree?
Yeah, Tyrese Sampson.
So, but she's talking about Samson. Somebody, if I may.
Hold on.
She said with Samson's death, because remember, didn't Samson knock down the
pillars and killed Khan Khan.
And them at the same time.
Khan Khan.
I believe that's what she's talking about. Salaki.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Salakia. Nah, because it's crazy because it's a brother who
yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that was horrible.
Hear it too.
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah, I mean they knew like you should have, because like I got into a what's that called, a roller coaster, right, at Dorney Park. And you know how like when they shot, I don't know why I got into a damn roller coaster. I don't know why I got into the roller coaster. By the time I got in there, like, you know, like when they put that thing down, it go click, 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 click.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And like I had to like have my shoulders like this, you know what I'm saying? And then by that time it was already too late. And I look around, there's nothing but kids on the ride. I'm like, man, why did I even get on this damn ride? You know what I mean? But you gotta click it down. They had it on the top click. You know, like click. You know what I mean? You gotta click, 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 click.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get that joint down so that, because remember that's a lot of energy and force when you're coming down. And he was big. You know what I'm saying?
Stopped it. He just still kept on.
Right. Because
Fast rate.
right. And so even if he was trying to hold on, he wouldn't be able to hold on because they said that the ride drops at like 75 miles an hour.
Your grip would let go.
So it like flung him out the air. Yeah. So they said, okay, so
if I may,
Samson,
she said, "La, sir, Samson from the Bible."
Yeah. I got you. They corrected me, sis. I was just I couldn't really see it. I thought you said the brother because the brother last name. All right. So let's read it. Where's it at? What's the scripture where he pulled the pillars down? Salakia. Where would it be at? Salakia. I could find it.
Judges
14.
16.
Judges what?
16.
All right, Judges 16.
Start with verse 23.
Hold on, let me see. 1 second. Judges 16. All right, I'm already here. Judges 16.
Or maybe
And starting with what? Which one?
start.
When you start at 1, it starts the story up when he met the girl.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that shows you too, because like she asked him where his power was, and then as soon as he told her after he was pillow talking, she cut his hair off. Like,
Right.
oh, why would you do that? But I'm trying to get to where's the sister at?
She's the verse she's referring to. Slack for May. The verse she referred to will be like 28 and 29 and 30. Or maybe we could start with verse 27. Chapter 16, Judges chapter 16.
Can you go to, can I start at,
Yeah.
I'm going to start at like 25.
Go ahead, you got it.
Okay. Judges chapter 16 and verse 25. 24, Salakia. Salak, if I may, Tazai 123.
Yeah.
All right, Judges chapter 16 and verse 23. I'll get It says, then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon, their god.
Right, their God, right?
And to rejoice. For they said, our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. Right? Verse 24, it says, and when the people saw him, they praised their God. For they said, our God has delivered into our hands our enemy and the destroyer of our country, Salaki.
No, you're right.
No,
okay. Yeah.
Salaki. It says, for they said, our God has delivered into our hands our enemy and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. Salaki, if I may. That sounds just like when in the Bible when we talk about like our God, they understand that Dagon, that
Yeah.
fish god, is their god. You know what I
Right,
mean?
that's that god that's on the Pope's hat, right?
Yeah, like when you look at the Pope's
Yeah,
hat,
it look like a
sideways, it
fish,
look like
right?
a fish.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But they understand that that's their God. And they're
Right.
saying that, you know, their God is destroying their enemy,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Verse 25, it says, and it came to pass when their hearts were merry that they said, call for Samson,
Mm-hmm.
that he may make us sport.
Right.
You know, like the oppressor does all the time. Like we
Right.
just entertainment. Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Call them so they can dance for us or something.
Right.
Or wrestle. It says, and they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport.
Mm-hmm.
And they set him between the pillars.
Yeah. Right, because that's where they was going to get their entertainment.
And Samson, verse 26, and Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may fill the pillars upon the house. Salakia. Suffer me that I may fill the pillars whereupon the house standeth,
Mm-hmm.
that I may lean upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there.
Mm-hmm.
And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men
Mm-hmm.
and women
Mm-hmm.
that beheld while Samson made sport.
Mm-hmm.
And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee,
Mm-hmm.
only this once, O God, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29, and Samson took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand
Mhm.
and the other with his left.
Mm-hmm.
And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein,
Mhm.
so that the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life.
Yeah, he brought it out on everybody. Uh-huh.
That was pretty much it.
Uh-huh. So I wouldn't say this is suicide. You know, this is more so like you know how like somebody, okay, you know how somebody, when you go to war, you take people down, you take like, okay, when you fight war, okay, I'll give you an example. Like say like the Ukrainians right now, like they go and fight against the Russians, and they fight all the Russians, and they know that it's a chance that they're gonna die in the war. You see what I'm saying? When they fighting or whatever they're doing, it doesn't mean that they're committing suicide. They're just going out with a bang. You know what I mean? In that sense, because it's more so he's killing his enemies. So I wouldn't say it was like suicide. I could be wrong. Salaki, get me right on it. If you know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's justifiable suicide. I don't know.
Any
Salaki.
aspects, like if I may.
Go ahead.
Any aspect,
Salaki.
like, any
It's a good
aspect-
question.
Okay, when you go to war, right? When you go to war expecting, pretty much you should be expecting to die
Right.
when you go to war. So when you go to war, you expect to die, but you're going to take as many people out as you can.
Right.
So that's essentially what's going on. Like he's taking out his enemies. This is a war. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right,
it's him
because-
against them. You know, they got him in chains. He's-
Right. It's a good question, but it's
They
like,
got him in
okay,
chains.
suicide to me would be more so you killing yourself and nobody else. You see what I'm saying? So it's more so like, you know, you hang yourself or you slit your wrist and then you die and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It's
like-
more so go ahead. He's fighting against his enemies, and it said that he brought down that there's many like more
Right.
that he killed, right?
Right. And it doesn't say that, okay, yeah, like I'm consciously saying I'm going to kill myself.
Right.
He just knows that I'm going to take these pillars down. There's 3,000 of them up here and here, whatever.
Right.
I'm going to take this pillar down. Now, he died in the process.
Right.
It
Exactly.
it's not saying that. It didn't say that he knowingly, it doesn't say I'm committing suicide. Like I'm going to slit my wrist
because-
I'm going to bring down these pillars knowingly that it's going to, you know what I mean?
Because remember, well, who was it
Sorry.
who was it that put himself on the sword? Wasn't that King Saul, right? Yeah. Remember that was different. That's suicide. Like he put his, you know what I mean, he put himself on his sword. But this dude, Samson, was fighting, you know what I'm saying, and then brought the pillars down and just took everybody. Like he's fighting against his enemies. Go ahead. It's a difference.
Would a better word be martyr? You know, like,
No.
you know, like, because it's wasn't suicide, but martyr is the definite, like, is what I'm hearing that he did.
Well, a
Being
martyr
a
is
martyr.
a martyr is somebody that dies and then gets like notoriety behind them dying.
But he knows that he's going to die, but he does whatever deed for the better good of their cause or whatever.
Yeah, so but I wouldn't say, Salaki, I wouldn't say it's suicide though.
Right.
Yeah.
But
You mean
another word
you
from
saying like a martyr.
suicide would maybe be a martyr. Like, I know I'm going to die, but I'm going to do this for the cause.
Let's look up martyr.
And I'm looking it up now. A person who was killed because of their religious or other beliefs. He wasn't killed. He wasn't killed because of that.
Yeah, he wasn't killed
Okay.
because of his beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in there, and they had him in prison, and then they had him in prison, and he's in there, and they like, well, get him to make sport. Because remember, he was killing them with the jawbone of an ass, right? Killing all these soldiers and stuff. So they're like, well, yeah, get him in here so we can watch him do whatever he do, and so that he wouldn't just be humiliated and just probably just in prison for the rest of his life or whatever they wanted to do with him. You know what I mean? He just fought, and it says right here, right? Hold on. Let me go up.
It didn't say he necessarily knew he was going to die at that moment. Like, I'm going to do this because I know I'm going to die and the bang the glory. It doesn't say that. It just says he just pulled down the pillars and died in that process.
But pulling down pillars and you're inside the building is acknowledging that more than likely you're going to die.
Yeah.
Well, he said in verse 30. It said,
So it's more so in this.
Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines."
Oh, he said, "Let me die with the Philistines."
Right, but it's more so.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's like suicide. It's kind of like, like, okay, if the Lord is like, and what I mean, Salakia, you know what I'm saying? But okay, say if like you go to war and you like, well, just let me die to free my brothers, or you know what I'm saying, or let me die, if to do this, if to get this done, if I gotta die, then so be it. But it's not like he's consciously saying, okay, I'm gonna slit my wrist right now because I don't want to deal with none of this. It's not like that. It's more so like a warrior spirit.
Count, if I may, sir. Like, I'm just like bringing to remembrance the like what was they called the Japanese what they call kamikaze.
Yeah,
he's dying for his nation, so he's gonna take as many as he can with him for his nation. And this was the top people, like the governors and all that was in this place. So he like, let me go ahead and kill these. But
then the scripture where it says, "No greater love than hath the man that laid down his life for his brothers."
If I may, it's and also it put me in the mindset of like, like an American today when they go to wars, like, let me die with these Arabs so that America can be free. Mm-hmm. He's not necessarily saying I'm going to kill myself, but let me die with them today so that America can be free.
Right. Let me go in here and go to this war, and then whatever happens. But whatever happens is, of course, the Lord's will, because it said that he prayed for it, but that didn't mean that the Lord was going to do it. Right. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he went and he did what he had to do, and he died in the process. So I wouldn't say he committed suicide because Saul committed suicide. Right. Yeah. Saul what did it say? Saul he fell on his sword. Like he did it on purpose. Like he purposely just fell on his sword, and Samson actually went to war. All right.
Kind of got it too.
What you say?
Cannot.
Yeah. Not said it would seem like it was a casualty of war versus a suicide. Yeah, that what I mean. Because suicide just sounds so weak. You know what I'm saying? Right, I can't put that on Samson. You know what I'm saying? Because it just sounds so weak. Like, I don't want to do this. That just sounds weak. All right. So. All right, so let me get the one at 1 Corinthians 14:38, please. So this is what we got to understand about our brothers and sisters. In the ones who are here and the ones that leave. We about to go to the Passover, right? And the one thing that you should be thinking about is the people that are here. Yeah, the brothers that left. Lord allow they come back. you know what I'm saying, and they don't leave again, you know what I'm saying, but don't have no ill, you know, feelings in your heart towards those brothers and sisters that did, you know, decide to put down their sword. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you just, you know, you pray for them that they come back and the Lord strengthen them later on. You know what I mean? But with the Passover coming up, you know what I'm saying, it's a time where, you know, we supposed to strengthen ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And anything that has been lingering around, that stuff gotta go.
Right.
It gotta go. Like we can't have, like we can't, don't come from the Passover like lingering around with the same stuff that you had leading up to the Passover. Be renewed. You know what I'm saying? Like the Passover is about us, you know, reaffirming our oath to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Passover is about. It's not about me. It's not about Commanding General Yohana. It's not about the ISUPK. It's not about none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It's about it's about Christ. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a shalom, brother, and so if you with a brother, you know what I'm saying, and he have, you know, multiple ribs or whatever, don't get to the Passover tripping. Like for real, for real. Like don't get to the, like, for that weekend, for that week we there, it just cannot be about you and your relationship. It can't be about me and my issues that I'm having. It can't be about your bills. You know what I mean? Because we all got bills at the crib, right? We spending money and not paying them so we can go there.
Right.
So everybody got bills, everybody got problems, everybody's dealing with whatever we dealing with. But for that week, we're down there to enjoy each other, enjoy the second chance that we all got. Because a lot of people didn't get that chance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those brothers are in prison right now and never coming home. Imagine that, never coming home. That's, you know, when you make a bad decision, you know how they say life is short, but when you make a bad decision, life is long. You tell somebody that's doing 20 to life that life is short. They're gonna be like, what you talking about? They living day for day for day for day for day all the way until infinity. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like how it is being on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So we want to always keep that in our mind. But also for the brothers that did leave, you know what I'm saying? And the brothers that, you know, don't want to come here and don't want, you know why, you know, so many people, right? I've talked to brothers, right? And they said, this is Brothers in the World. They said that they like the ISUPK, but they don't want to get down with the ISUPK because of rank. They don't want to, you know, have another man telling them what to do. Ain't that crazy? That's so crazy because it's like, well, a man gonna tell you what to do at work. When you go to your slavery, everybody has somebody that tells them what to do. There's nobody that's above anything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above that reproach. So if you are the CEO of a company, you still have board members that you have to answer to. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you're gonna answer to somebody. And if you don't answer to nobody, you're gonna answer to the police. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna answer to, you know, the law, the government, the whatever it is. You're gonna answer to a man at some point. Why not let it be somebody of your own people? You see what I'm saying? Right. You know, rank and order keeps the structure. You know what I mean? It keeps structure, it keeps everything in line because you got somebody over top of you, you got somebody below you, everybody's telling, you know, everybody is delivering messages, everybody's moving, and everything that we're saying and doing in the school is coming from Christ. Right. Right? That's the whole point. Right? You follow me because I follow Christ. I follow the brother over me because he follows Christ. And we just keep going all the way up the line. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of sisters, they won't come to school. They be like, well, because, you know, I just disagree with some stuff. And I be like, what could you possibly disagree with? Like, what do you disagree with? And what do you think they tell me? So I'm pretty sure you grew up in the church, right? Yeah, okay, you grew up in the church. Okay, so the pastor, he you know, I'm sure he told you to you know, wait until marriage to, you know, have sex with a man, right? Yeah. Did you do it? No. Then what are we talking about? I use the same analogy that General Muhammad said. Then what the hell are you talking about? That's the reason you're gonna give up your spot in the kingdom of heaven because pork. You see what I'm saying? Because something that's just so damn meaningless. There's plenty of brothers in here that don't want another rib.
Right.
There's plenty of brothers in here like you're gonna let that keep you away from the school just because of the thought of it.
Right.
Like you tripping. So what you think? You gonna catch a nigga in the world and he's gonna just be with you and he's not gonna do whatever the hell he wanna do?
Right.
There's plenty of niggas that's on TV right now doing whatever they wanna do. It's called Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
It's called Housewives of Atlanta. Housewives of Basketball Wives. And all it is niggas doing what they want to do and there's women chasing after them trying to get them to stop. Am I wrong?
Nah.
That's what's happening. So you're not going to come into the truth because of that, because you want to eat pork, because you want to celebrate your birthday. Like, then just stay broke. But at some point, you're going to realize it because right now what's going on in Ukraine is the Ukrainians are, they're soldiering up. You know what I'm saying? They fighting, they dying. And it makes you understand that in a time of war, when we're actually fighting for something, then all of that other superficial stuff goes out the window. Mm-hmm. You think the Ukrainians, the women that's over there, care about if their man is cheating right now? Whereas bodies, like I was watching it last night on Vice, they got bodies like of people like that was getting in their car trying to leave, and they got bombed, cluster bombed, and people are dead right outside their car. You know what I mean? People dead right outside their house. They got so many bodies that are in the morgue that they just started leaving the bodies outside because it's cold. You know what I mean? Because it's cold over there. So they just literally just start leaving the bodies in a body bag outside on the street. And you be like, you come, you claim your son, your daughter, your mom, your uncle. You just come and be like, yeah, this is such and such number. They go back there. They just be like looking through the bodies like, oh, here we go right here. And they take some other people off the top of you. You know what I mean? Because they got bodies stacked on top of other bodies. And they pull you out, put you in the casket, bring you out. And then they got one family there waiting, you know what I mean, for them to bring you out. They put you in the casket, right? Because they got all these caskets. Put you in the casket. The next person's family, put you up there, bring you out, put you in the casket. They got 5 caskets, 6 caskets out there. And then everybody's family is at each one of them. You know what I mean? Cry for a little bit, and then they take the casket, put the top on it, put it in the damn the wagon, and they out. You know what I mean? Because they can't stay there too long because it's getting bombed. You know what I mean? Everything is so quick, it's fast. It ain't no time. So when those types of things are going on, you don't care about a nigga who got jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about a nigga who got gold teeth. You don't care about Maseratis. You know what a Maserati is right now in Ukraine? A transportation, you know what I mean? A transportation thing that's just getting people from here to here. You know what I mean? Right. And they driving fast too, because it was like people that had like Benzes. Benzes don't even mean nothing. You know what I mean? They just grab you up, throw you in there, woo, and just shoot you down to like the next roadblock or wherever where they got a medic at or whatever. None of that stuff means anything. And that's the problem. It's like we've been so spoiled here in America that we don't even have the concept of even what war is even like. Because, a lot of our problems over here is like first world problems. LGBT, that's a first world problem. Because right now, when I look on when I look on Vice and I look on like at the news, I don't see gay people talking about gay rights right now in Ukraine. I don't know. I could be tripping. Do y'all? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't see nobody on there talking about, we got to get our rights because, we're being discriminated against. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. You know why? Because it's about survival at this point. And that's what we have to always be in that mindset, that it's about our survival. We can't be sitting here trying to get too comfortable because eventually it's going to come down. And then when it does come down, we're not going to be prepared because it's clear that our leadership has no clear like focus of what we should do or how we should move as a people.
Right.
We have no goals set of how we should move. We have nothing. No way that we should move as a people. Like we literally, right now, the world is at war and we're on TikTok.
Right.
Literally. The women are on TikTok. They just doing whatever the hell they want to do on TikTok. It's just, it's new challenges coming out right now on TikTok. Nobody gives a damn. Now there are people that's on there that that's sharing information and different things like that. But you got people worrying about the wrong things. You got people on there talking about the earth is still flat. Who cares? You know what I mean? At this point, do you think the Ukrainians care if the earth is flat? All they see is bombs coming out the sky and people dying around them. They don't care if the earth is flat. They don't care if the earth is round. They don't care if they went to the moon. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? They don't care if nobody went to the moon. They don't care about Egypt. You know what I mean? They don't, you know what I mean? Like, we won't care about those things when the heat is really on. And that's why and that's why it's like so beautiful to be in the truth, because you can actually focus on what's harsh. Okay. That's going to be the only thing that we're going to have once it's all said and done anyway. But go ahead, Warrior, you had 1 Corinthians 14:38.
Khan, book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
See that? If somebody want to be ignorant, man, don't waste your time on them. Somebody in here. And it just, that's like that's a great thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wow, had the whole room full, right? But if somebody wants to be what?
But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Just let him be ignorant, man. We can't keep trying to just convince people. That's the one thing too. You don't ever want to try to convince somebody to be in here. Don't. Slocky, keeps going out.
It's going
Wi-Fi
out and then, but it's in and you up. You good?
Okay. If anybody has what's that called? A hotspot. I could probably switch over to a hotspot or whatever too. They like, you ain't gonna use my gigs.
It just went back up now.
It's like, you ain't gonna use my gigs.
Oh, it's good now. Yeah, it's good.
All right. So that's what we got. At that point, when war is going on,
1 Corinthians 14:38.
14:38. When war is going on, which it's a war that we're in too. But when war is going, you really understand what is really important, and all the things that we're concerned with is important. Like right now, everybody's probably getting ready. What's the next one? Easter's coming up. They're about to get the Easter bunnies, all that kind of, stuff that's about to come up. They're already selling that stuff in the stores already. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's ready to go probably do an Easter egg hunt while it's a war going on in the earth. And when that war gets here, we're gonna really see it's gonna be a rude awakening.
Right.
And all the bad bitches, that's gonna go away. All that's gonna go away. All the niggas with all the jewelry, all that's gonna go away. It ain't gonna matter. None of it's gonna matter because we're gonna have to be for ourselves. You know what I mean? And that's what's gonna happen. And the only way that we're gonna survive is if the Lord is with us when it's going down. Like when you read, like I've been reading like the book of, Isaiah. When you read in the book of Isaiah, it's talking about the Lord is telling you like, I'm going to destroy these nations. And if you're with them, then you're going to die too. Straight like that. You know what I mean? The Lord ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to make sure that we're on the right side and focus on what's really important. All right. Read it one more time, then I'm going to move on.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
see if this is. All right, hold on. Let me. It's unstable. Hold on.
You want
I'm about to pull up. I'm about to switch over the Wi-Fi to another. Phone. All right. All right. Piece of garbage. It should be, yeah, because I'm on here. I don't know why it's showing like real crazy right there, but Satan trying to shut it down. Yeah, we're not gonna let him do it tonight. All right. So anybody got any questions? Like, no, just keep teaching. All right. All right. Y'all holding on? All right. All right. Let me go to all right, let's go to Slovakia. Let me go to Ecclesiasticus 6:33. Ecclesiasticus 6:33. Can somebody check to see if it's still on YouTube or did it went all the way down?
Khan. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 33. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding.
Right. If you love to hear, then you're going to receive understanding. Like if you're the type of person that's going to come here and, you know, and actually really hear it, then you're going to get the understanding that you're looking for. Right? Read on.
Khan. Salaki. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
Right. You'll get everything you're looking for. You know, you want to be wise, you want to get understanding, you can get it. Right? Just bow your ear, you know. Listen to it, right? Read on.
Khan. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
That's how you get smart. Right? So it's one thing like, okay, a lot of people, they think they're going to sit home and break the Bible down in your living room, you know, and it's not going to work. You got to get in here with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in class and you got to be here. You know what I mean? Like now being online is cool. You know what I'm saying? If you in a zone where, you know, you physically can't get to class, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you can get to class, then yeah, you might have to drive an hour and a half to get there. You know, it's all about sacrifice. You know, you might feel like, you know, I don't really want to go an hour. I don't want to drive an hour to class or whatever, but it's like, you know, get in there. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. you know, and get understanding, get around the elders, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how you get wise and that's how you get understanding. But you can't do it at the crib, right?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Khan. Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
Like when we discuss the scriptures, right? Go ahead.
And let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
You see that? Read it one more time.
Khan. And let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Because we in here breaking it down. And then if you're not here, then how you gonna know? And,
right.
You know, and that understanding is going to escape you. You know how many so many people come up there and they talk about the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yeah, see, you know, the Gentiles. See, it says right here, there's neither Jew nor Greek, right? And it's like, well, you know, you can confound them when you all you got to do is say, okay, so he's only talking about the Jews and the Greeks, right? So what does that even mean? It's because the parables have escaped you of understanding because you don't have nobody that's teaching you. You were on YouTube trying to get, you know, listening to, you know, some white guy, you know, trying to break the Bible down. Talking about, see, the mark of the beast is the COVID-19 shot. You know what I'm saying? It's the COVID-19 shot. And, you know, if you got the COVID-19 shot, you know, if you don't get the shot, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. Right? Well, how could that be true? Because I know people that didn't get the shot and they still can buy or sell. You know, it's like what you know what it is? It's like black people, we like to be scared. We like to be good and scared. We like a good scary movie. You know, some just, you know, scream. Scream. Yeah, scared. Ghost, scared. You know, it's like ghosts, like celebrity ghost stories, you know, haunted houses, like, you know, Halloween. We just love to be scared. Like in this, anything that just sounds like it's scary, you know what I mean? Like the Illuminati, it's scary. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, look, they worship the devil when you do the same thing they do. So you worshiping the devil, and you think you're not.
Right.
And you like, yeah, see, Jay-Z worships the devil because he just straight out said it. Yeah, I worship the devil, and what? But you sit home like, he worships the devil. He worships the devil. See, them niggas worship the devil. You know what I mean?
Right.
What the hell are you talking about? You're doing the same thing. They just out with it. I mean, what the hell you want them to say? Right? And so it says, the godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Go ahead.
Khan. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him.
Right, get there. You know what I mean? Get next to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like so many people, they act like they want to be wise, but they won't. They don't really want to. So it's like so many women say, I want a man of God. I want a God-fearing man. And then it's like you get one and you're like, nah, see, I can't do that. It's too many rules. So it's like you really don't. Right. Like you don't want a man of God. You want a worldly nigga. Right. You want a worldly nigga you're gonna have an exciting relationship of chasing, checking phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, occasional STD every now and again. You know, you know those things. You know, it's exciting. It's real exciting, right? Yeah, that type of stuff. You want to say something?
Khan.
Oh, can you somebody give me the mic?
I got it right here.
Okay, you got it.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what their image of a God-fearing man is a man that's gonna worship them. Because that's what Christianity teaches us to do.
Yeah, right. Because I bet they probably think Will Smith is a God-fearing man. Like, yeah, he's probably God-fearing. Look how he stood up for Jada. Like, it's crazy. Jada went all the way down. Because I remember when Jada Pinkett was like, you know, she was up there. You know what I'm saying? Like when Set It Off and all that came out. You know, Jada Pinkett she was up there with like Halle Berry as far as like black people go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's dope. She's cool. You know, she was cool and set it off. You know what I mean? She was cool in a lot of the movies that she was in, but then she just literally just turned into, you know, and then you had like all these people like, yeah, well, you know, he was protecting his wife, and it's like, she's not your wife no more. Right. She's not. You tripping. She's just your wife on paper. Go ahead.
Right. He basically picking and choosing his battles. Like he looked at Chris Rock and seen the easy win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's seen the easy win. So he walked up to him and smacked him. But on another note, me myself, you're not gonna walk all the way up to me like that. You're not gonna walk all the way up to me like that and even get that chance to smack me.
Right, but remember
the minute you get closer, you know, like it's like, oh, what's going on, brother? Right. You know what I mean? What's going on? But then you know, that's what they got Chris Rock up there for. He's a comedian. They got a comedian up there, right, to scan the room, Salakia, to scan the room and tell jokes on the people sitting in the front seat.
Right, come on, man, it's Chris Rock.
That's what they do. All of those Grammys, to this, to that. If they don't got a comedian up there, you can expect it to be kind of serious.
Yeah,
they got Chris Rock there for a reason.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Chris Rock is there for a reason. He's not there to just be like, you know, like your regular TV host. He's there because he's Chris Rock and he can roast the crowd real quick. You see what I'm saying?
Let me get your question real quick.
All right. Isaiah 3 and 17:24. Well, no, 17 says, therefore the Lord shall smite thy scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover the secret parts. And then if you drop down to verse 24, and it says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, it rent. And instead of well-set hair, baldness. So that's what came to mind when you sat there at the red table and you didn't show any remorse for cheating on your husband. You know what I mean? Never did she apologize to Will for what she did. And what came to my mind was the Most High is punishing you with baldness, as quoted by the scripture, for doing what you did. So what he may have done it, you're not supposed to do it. Right. Was my thing, and that's what I posted on Facebook.
Right, and you know, and you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they got ways for our sisters to get around that. You know, that's why the hair industry is so profitable, because it's a way for our sisters to hide their shame. Right. It's a coping mechanism. Right. Like, okay, I'm bald, my edges is all torn up, so let me go buy all these. You ever notice a lot of the women look the same? Like, everybody got the lace front wigs. Go ahead.
and the reason why it's like that is because our women look to the oppressor for their beauty. Like you look to the oppressor for our standard of beauty. You trying to measure our beauty by his standard of beauty, by what you see in, you know, the front of a JCPenney magazine, or well, I don't know, whatever the magazines that's out right now. Right. So women try to use those pictures as you know, the black woman's standard of beauty, when, you know, the black woman's standard of beauty is way higher. And because you stooping down now, you know, because it cost, like them lace front wigs, it's a cost.
Yeah, they cost some bread.
It's going to cost you your edges. But it's going to cost you your edges when you wear that kind of stuff. Right. But they wearing it because they don't see any value in this.
That nappy hair, yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't got good. You know what I mean? You know how the sisters, you know how they be talking?
Even my daughter, Yana was like, oh, man, I was like, why don't you just wear your hair? She's like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Like, she just automatically was just like her hair was just not good enough, right? You know, to be accepted socially. So you gotta go and get purple hair and red hair and green hair and, you know, all these kind of different kinds of hair when you don't even need none of that kind of stuff. But a lot of it is just like for our women. It's like a lot of women.
It makes a worse mess. You know what I mean? Getting all that stuff. You spend all that money to mess your damn head up.
Right. The sad part about the whole situation is that where the hair comes from and how everything is processed, and how I watched a segment where in India they have even their children, because they have all different types of hair, all different sizes and shapes and whatever, and they take and pray over that hair so that their gods can give them gold and jewelry, and they pray that when us black women put this stuff in their hair, that their head will go bald. They pray for plagues and stuff to happen to black people, and I've showed this to so many different women, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's about like being socially acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. All right, Barack Wanah. Shit, not real. This a motherfucking dance song, man. Dance song. Type of shit you throw dance on. Type of shit you throw your mans on. When you do it, it's all right, there we go. All right. Gwen Cochran. All right. From Killeen, Texas. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So, all right, y'all get the likes up, man. What y'all waiting on? Yeah, let's get them likes up.
Get them likes up. Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm sorry. You got it. Zarab Bakar.
I was going to say, and if I may,
you got the mic.
And if I may add just one more thing, it's like when you try to explain what's going on with like the Will and Jada situation, is like kind of like biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like people, a lot of what I've been hearing is like, oh, well, everybody don't subscribe to your way of life, but they don't understand that if you Black, Native, or Hispanic, that you going through this regardless whether you subscribe to it or not.
Right, exactly. Like even those uppity Negroes who think that they're not connected to slavery, you still are connected to slavery, and we're all still connected to it, even though in this lifetime we wasn't subjected to it. We're still all connected because we reap the benefits of being in slavery and being the descendants of people who were in slavery. So no matter what kind of, I think that just like, that's like the thing that a lot of our people try to put up as like a mental block to not face the reality. And the reality that you don't want to face is that you are in captivity and you have no power in America. You have no leadership in America. And we think that the rich people are going to be the ones that's going to get us out of here. Like even when Chris Rock was up there teaching or whatever, I mean, not teaching, but cracking jokes, that's what rich people do. At stuff like that, they make fun of each other. Right. Why? Because we're rich and we're powerful, and everybody that's watching us is poor. You know, they call it roasting. Yeah. You know, so yeah, Jada gets roasted, Will gets roasted, Rick Ross gets roasted, Beyonce, Jay-Z gets roasted because they're rich. And they got all the money in the world. So it's like a way that it's like a way that you can appear to be human to people that are poor, that got to go to work every day and work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And then when they want to look at you, they want to see you cracking fun on each other so you can appear, how like a president will do when he's trying to be the president of the United States, or he's trying to get elected. What does he do? He'll go and drink a beer. He'll drink a beer with you. He'll, go to the barbershop, or he'll get on your Instagram and take a picture with you. But the reality of it is he's a billionaire. Right. And he's rich and he's powerful. And you're nothing to him. And he got to, they got to appear to be humans and not so serious about themselves. So when he said G.I. Jane, it was a funny joke. You know what I mean? And Jada and Will even laughed at it, but she didn't like it. So she
was staring like, what you laughing for? Keep our wife. Dang, he was cussing at everything. Out your effing mouth.
Yeah, so it's like he got to get permission to laugh. Go ahead.
I think I heard you mention something about like work. Like a lot of people, we don't believe that we in slavery because you able to go to work just like white people. You know what I mean? You
your white compadres at work, and you getting the same pay most of the time. So you're not able to think critically like, oh, I'm still a slave. When, yeah, you might go and you might make 20 and the white man might make 22, but it's a lot harder for you to get that job. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to have all this stuff put in place for you to even get the job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you got to have the equal opportunity employment. You got to have the what's the other one? What's the one where they got to let a certain amount in?
Affirmative action.
Affirmative. You need that stuff to get the damn job.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you didn't have equal employment opportunity, affirmative action, all that kind of stuff, you would not be able to get the job.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And so just because you able, and then even while you're on the job, just because you make 20 and he make 20, don't mean you're going to be treated the same.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you're going to be treated the same, because I've seen a video where it's like a Wendy's worker, Burger King or something like that, and it was the dude was asking, or somebody was asking the manager like, well, you know, something about mopping the floor,
right?
And it was like, yeah, because he black, or you know, send this. It was something like that, something with racism, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And it's like, yeah, okay, he's making the same amount as the white person, but he's not being treated the same.
Yeah,
like it.
And so, you know, and then if it had been a white comic, he would have just laughed, and we would have never even, it would have never been a viral moment.
Right.
Go ahead.
Slack, sir, if I may, I got a preset.
Let's get it. But hold what you got, Zarab Bakar, all right? All right, so because we ain't done that one yet. Go ahead.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 23.
Hold on, let me get there. 25 and 23.
Come, sir.
See, I got a new Bible right here, and I'm trying to mark it up a little bit. 25 and 23.
Come.
What you say? I know it's a small one, but you know, Zakabah brought it. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 23.
Come, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And this is the emasculation process that took place between Will and Jada. This is how she emasculated him.
Because I mean, once she starts doing all that kind of stuff too, there's nothing else that she could do to you. Like nothing else. And that's not even his wife no more.
Nah.
That's you know, she's for the streets.
Right.
She just got money. So what? She's different because she got money.
And so, like, if I may, they going by the world's definition too of things. They don't honor God.
He stood up for his wife. Get out of here and shut up. I mean, man, these women be bugging out. Like, he stood up for his wife. It's not his wife. You go by the same. Ask her, would you still be with a man that cheated on you? She gonna be like, nope, nope, But you gonna say, knowing that she did whatever she did, and you gonna say, well, are they still together? Yeah, that's his wife. Yeah, yeah, you being a hypocrite. Go ahead.
And if I may, they say, oh, well, they was in an open relationship. That's the one that gets me.
Right. Yeah.
But if it's an open relationship, why is he so upset?
Right, exactly.
You know, why is it even an issue, or why, like, what was the emotional buildup that caused him to go smack Chris Rock?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Will and Jada probably are not. I'm pretty sure they're not having sex anymore. They're just doing photo ops together. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta go when we go out in public. We have to just act like we're together to make it look like we're that couple that. That couple in Hollywood that's still together. They're not together. Right. Trust me. I guarantee you, wherever they living at, he probably got a room and she got a room. They probably got two different sides of the house, and he got his women that come in, and she got her dudes that come in. Dudes and hoes. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, and if I could, to Ram Car. And that's what I was about to say, and that's why it's very, very important for these classes like that you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So that we could be taught like a level of brotherhood. Like Will Smith, if Will Smith had any level of brotherhood, he would
screaming.
Yeah, they just top of the lungs. Like if Will Smith had any level of brotherhood, he would have pulled the brother to the side and said something.
Yeah,
right. You could you're gonna do it on national TV and in front of all white people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me show you some brotherhood. Let me show you some brotherhood.
Now we just like
We just entertainment for white people. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Just why. Look, see, niggas can't even get on national TV. Look at them. See, they on national TV fighting. You know, when like
the niggas can't get together.
Not like and the crazy. Okay, not and they'll say it as if white people don't get up there and fight on mainstream TV. You know what I mean? But because it's y'all two Negroes, now everybody will make a big deal out of it, and it causes a lot of. It even causes a lot of debates and strife in the black community because I seen on my Instagram how many niggas was on Instagram debating the fact, they was a lot of people was supporting him because they saying he stood up for his wife, but then you see a lot of people on there calling him weak. You know what I mean? Weak and all that kind of stuff. So it's crazy, man.
I'm gonna show y'all something real quick.
It caused division in the black community.
All right, I'm gonna play some of it. That's my man right there, Lavelle Crawford. Okay, so the same thing happened, right? They was at the State Farm thing, right? I'm gonna bring it up. They was at the State Farm. 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring it up real quick.
It's muted.
Yeah, I know. I just wanna. Okay, right here. Okay, boom. All right, I'm gonna unmute it. Hold on. Smith says, all right, computer moving a little slow, but we're going to get through it. All right. So look. All right. So let me go back here. I'm going to bring this up for y'all. All right. All right. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Computer's moving a little slow. We're gonna definitely get this taken care of. All right, Mr. Brown, right? So I'm gonna show y'all how Will probably should have handled it. Now remember, Lavelle Crawford, I'm setting it up for y'all. So Lavelle Crawford, he wasn't part of the show or anything. You know what I mean? David Mann, the dude that played Mr. Brown, he was pretty much, he was up there, but he started saying some stuff about Lavelle Crawford or whatever. But Lavelle Crawford saw, you seen this, right? He went up there and was like, you know what I mean? And start getting at him, you know what I'm saying? Like he could have did that too, you know what I mean? All right, so here we go, hold on.
Anybody got some chicken, an extra piece of chicken? Lavelle, I know you got that. Only reason I said that you was messing with my boy Kirk Franklin, and that's my homeboy. Hey, take your jacket off and cover that side of the audience up.
That's what Will Smith should have did.
Look here. I ain't the one that wear the Reynolds Wrap outfit up here. Hey, no, you had your thing looking like a burnt baked potato. I ain't never seen no fat person try to do Michael Jackson. That's ridiculous.
Somebody pass a snack.
Pass a gopher snack. And get you in the men's department. Get out of that little boy department. That shirt small as hell. I see your titty nipples. And your heartbeat,
We don't want to talk about titties.
Well, mine's covered up. Cover yours up. It's called a sports bra. Just because you got implants don't mean they look good.
I bet you got 2% milk coming out of them.
You sitting there talking about I got 2%, you got yoo-hoo coming out your titty. And it smells like it's spoiled. Like a melted Hershey Kiss. I know you ain't up here talking.
Y'all see he ain't stood up straight all night. He doing the fat purple. We gotta finish the show. I can't be up here with you all night with this Christmas bow tie on. Let's go.
Well, we both in the Christmas spirit, as you can see. One more outfit up here with Santa Claus coming. Yeah, rub it. Rub it, because Mr. Brown didn't pay you enough to get this jacket.
I bet you had to pay extra.
You should have paid extra for that little ass shirt you got on.
How you 700 pounds wearing size 2 shoe?
Welcome. I see why Kirk Franklin your friend. Both of y'all like little outfits. They should call y'all boys to men. I'm done.
Yeah, all right. Let me close this out, y'all. But just to show y'all that real quick, man. It's just to show you like. It's so many ways he could have handled it. You know what I'm saying? He could have went up there like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He could have made it into a viral moment, but it would have been in a good viral moment to where it would have, the white folks would have saw like, oh, okay, they just was having fun with each other, you know what I'm saying? Cracking jokes, but he took it, like he got serious over a joke. Mm-hmm. And it's like, come on, man. It doesn't matter if they was like, well, he didn't say that, he just under pressure all this long time. It's like, well, whose fault is it that you don't want to handle whatever the hell you got to handle?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do it on your brother. You know what I'm saying? Don't embarrass your brother like that. And Chris Rock had more brotherhood than he had because he took the slap, you know what I'm saying, and then just kept it going, you know what I'm saying? Because it would have looked, crazier if they would have did it, like went crazy on national TV. Go ahead.
So like, if I may. And actually, if you when you watch it, you can see there's a point where Chris Rock wants to go get crazy because he was like, man, man, you know what I'm saying? Like he can really go in on Jada. He can really go in on Will too. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, about the August Alsina and all that. But and I heard him like for a quick split second, he was like, man, I could, and then he just kept going with his. Exactly. He didn't start to, because of the embarrassment, try to hurt him worse. Right, than his embarrassment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's right. Zara Bakar, you still got that scripture? If you can read Ecclesiasticus, what's that? Where was we at? 6 and what?
That was 6 and 30.
30. Let's go to 36, please. Let's give people a little bit of time to get there. 6 and 36. All right. All right, you got it, warrior.
Sound kind. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 36.
Y'all there? Y'all got it? All right, go ahead.
And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
What does that mean? Parabah? Nah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. You gotta. What you think it means? It says, and if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. Right, like keep coming, like right here, like you know what I'm saying. Like you see, like brothers and sisters that coming in and out of here. That's what you're doing. You're wearing the steps of the door. Like wear them out by coming here. You know, if you're going up to Philly or whatever, you wear those steps out, coming in there, going out, coming in, going out, coming in. The Caesar that's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? When you walk down the steps, you constantly wear it in, you're wearing it out because you're coming to get understanding and coming to get knowledge. Right? Read on.
Like it. Come. Verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord.
Wait a minute, hold on. You mean TikTok?
Thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord,
and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire.
Right. So it's on you what you want out of this. It's not nobody else. It's not the sister that left the school. It's not the brother that left the school. It's not on me. It's not on Commander John Yohana. It's not on none of us. It's on you. What you want to get out of this is what you're going to get out of it. So if you're a slacker, then that's what you're going to get out of the truth. Slack. You're not going to get much. You're not going to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve because you're just a slacker. And it's nobody else's fault but your own. So many people try to make it out to be everybody else's fault when it's not. It's not your fault at all. Like, I've even had like people come up to me like, well, you know, I don't be seeing the sisters out at camp. So what? What you want? Sisters to be at camp so that they can get bottles thrown at them. They can get, you know, yelled at by some nut that pulls up in the car so that they can get spit on, stuff thrown at them. Like, that's what you would rather see, right? There's plenty of things that sisters can do in this school. Plenty of things, man. Like, it's just you just not going to camp. You understand? Look, we can learn a lot from the Ukraine. The Ukraine don't be having they women out on the front line fighting against the Russians. They have Ukrainians out there, men who are out there fighting against the Russians. Yeah, the women fight in war. The women help out in the war. You know what I mean? They fight in other ways by being medics, being, you know what I mean? Bringing water, you know, different things like that. Like they help the war effort. But you know, the part about them just being, they want their women to be on the front line. You want to be out there so we can carry her body off the goddamn from the camp spot. It's like, I mean, what the hell is wrong with people? It's because we don't know what war is. You know, we let war be defined by the oppressor. He defines what war is. We don't even have the slightest concept of what war even is. And that's why it's so foreign to people when they look at us, they like, oh, you don't have your women out on the front line? Like, what? So to be like Black Lives Matter and have women out on the front line and get busted in the head with a brick, you know what I'm saying? Busted in the head with a billy club. And you like, and she like, yeah. Then, then she's screaming and yelling and we got to get her out of here, and her kids is probably at home with her, her peoples, because she told them, hey, watch the kids. I got to go out here to this, go out here to this rally or whatever, to stand on the front line, and then a cop bust you in the head with a billy club. Now you in the hospital, and your kids don't have their mom because their mom is in the hospital with brain damage. Like it's like a crazy thing. Like it's like a real mental block with our people. It's so much of a mental block. And in order for us to come out of it, like the scripture said, it says, we have to meditate continually in his commandments, and he shall establish thine heart, like your mind, the things you think about. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to establish those things because, like it said, meditate continually in the commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. Not just give you wisdom until you just overflow with it. No, the Lord ain't gonna give you wisdom like that. He gonna give you wisdom as much as you want. You're gonna get. You ain't gonna get like, well, yeah, I'll just know the whole Bible. No, you're not gonna know the whole Bible in two days or 2 years or whatever. Just from coming to class. But if you want to know the Bible, then you got to read these books. You know what I mean? You got to read those ones that are long, like Isaiah. You got to read the ones that are long, like Jeremiah, Ezekiel. You got to read those books. You got to go back into 2 Kings, 1 Kings, Chronicles. You know what I mean? You got to read them, and then that's how you get the understanding of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You get more parts of the movie, because a lot of times, we just jump to the, we kind of, a Christian church is like they go off the trailer of the movie. The trailer is, it shows all the highlights, it shows some highlights of the, and they go off of that. But they don't really know the full movie. They just go off the trailer. Right. All right. So, Let me see. Checking in from Portland, Oregon. All right, Trooper. Yeah, you right, Nahalia. Yeah, the hot sauce.
Oh, heifers.
Yeah, the hot sauce. Let me see. Go back a little bit. Yeah, that's right. All right. So we could drop that. All right. We can drop that. And let me get Isaiah 42 and 22.
Khan.
Hold on. All right, yeah. Let me get sorry, can you drop that? Can I get Ezekiel 13 and 3, please?
Khan. This is heavy.
Whenever you're ready, warrior, you got it.
Khan. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 3. Thus saith the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing.
Oh, man. 13 and what? What was that? 13 and what? 13 and 3. I got it out. All right, yeah. Read it one more time, warrior, please.
Khan. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 3. Thus saith the Lord, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing.
Right. That you know, it's real good. You know, it sounds real good that, you know, we're all going to come together and all that. You know what I mean? But those people like Prophet Eddie Long and, you know, y'all know what. Look, I don't have to read them all out. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm talking about. Geno Jennings. Right. Geno Jennings. Oh, man. You know, he I think I said, what was that? I said it on Thursday, I believe. But Geno Jennings, he was on there he was battling a so-called Israelite, dude from I don't know where the hell he was from. But I think he might have been like up there to look stupid. I think he might have just been there to look stupid to make Geno Jennings look better. But he just looked he was just so horrible up there, on the podium or whatever. But, he allowed Geno Jennings to beat him in the scriptures because he does not read the Bible, and so that's why he was he was able to beat him in front of everybody and look better, and he became the victorious one. But go ahead. You want to say something? No. Yeah, but a lot of these they're so-called prophets. They're not prophets because they prophesy things that they don't even see. I don't see how you could see that one day that we'll all come together through integration. I don't know where you're getting that from, because if history serves me correctly, that will never ever happen. And even if it did happen, what would be in place if it fell apart? Right. We don't even got that plan in order. Go ahead.
Salaki. So is that something recent?
What's that?
The Geno Jennings and see, like Salaki, sir, if I may, like Captain Tazariak has been trying to battle this dude for years now, and he's been ducking, and then he go find some clown so he can say, oh, the Israelites don't know nothing, and put it on all of Israel instead of battling who he can't defeat.
Right. Yeah. They do
That's
that.
The cowardice of the Christianity.
Right. They do that in battle rap too. Like battle rap, you might see like the heavyweights in battle rap, like you know, they'll go and you get me right on this Zariah Car, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know how like in battle rap, you have like the heavyweights in battle rap, but then they'll just start taking just bums. You know, they'll just take bums that they know they can beat and they'll look better for their fans. And you know what I'm saying? Right. Like Arsenal will go against somebody that he just know he can beat. Right. You know, or you know what I mean? They all do the same thing. It's like they just like, okay, let me just go ahead and beat up on this dude real quick and make him look stupid and just, you know, get the win, a flawless victory, because, you know, you don't really want to fight against somebody that you know will really, you know, really give you the work. Right. You know, and that's how Geno Jennings is. And look, and y'all can just wait. You're gonna see TD Jakes and Creflo and them. Eventually they're gonna get an Israelite in there to debate in front of the whole congregation. And guess what? They're gonna make you look stupid. They're gonna find some dummy who you know what I mean, who his team figured out is the dumbest, stupidest, no following, you know, no followers, no group, no, you know what I mean? No, nothing. They're gonna find a bum. And they're gonna get a bum to come in there to go against Creflo Dollar. They're gonna get a bum to go in there against TD Jakes. Mark my word, it's coming. And they're going to get that bum, and they're going to wash that bum up in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. And he's going to claim to be an Israelite, right? He's going to claim to be an Israelite. He probably going to have dreads. He's going to go in there. He's probably going to be dressed like some, you know, Yehudi, you know, Yeshua type of, you know, style, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. He gonna look just like that. He gonna go in there and they gonna wash him up in front of the whole congregation to show them that the Israelites are stupid and they don't know the Bible. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Just give it some time. All right. So when it does happen, you'll know that I said it. All right. We got a little bit more to go.
It's a lot. And this nut, he battling got dreads and everything.
Now you see it, right? How long ago was that?
8 months, sir.
8 months ago. I knew it was new. Yeah, 8 months ago. So that was like November, October sometime. It could be. I might be off a little bit, y'all, but y'all know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. During COVID, because right now it's still COVID, but not COVID. You know, like right now. You know, at my slavery, they got everybody don't have to wear a mask. It's like a threat level 0 now. And all the restaurants you can go into, and it's just free for all until the Lord decides to shut it down again. And COVID will come back because it's getting warm, so everybody's gonna try to go out to the club, and everybody's gonna be around each other.
Like it says, it was aired July 5th, 2021, but it was a replay, so it must have been recorded.
Yeah.
Prior to July 5th, 2021.
Yeah, and it's some stupid idiot that's up there getting washed up by Geno Jennings. And that's what Geno Jennings does. He shares the pulpit with you. He'll let you come up on his pulpit with his congregation. And he just got him up there to make him look stupid. He just literally just like, oh yeah, he's stupid. He's dumb. Look. I got you out here in front of the church folk. Now you know makes sense. And Geno Jennings beat him in the debate because the dude didn't know the scriptures, and he was up there. The dude was up there looking like a damn fool, talking about you know, conspiracy theory stuff. All right. All right, read it one more time from the top, and then we'll end it out with that.
Honorable Khan,
if you could, please.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 3. Mm-hmm. Thus saith the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Keep going. Honorable Khan, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle of the day of the Lord.
Right. They haven't even went up in the gaps to like bring those things together, like what we do. You know what I'm saying? We go in the gaps, you know what I'm saying, to bring the Hispanics, the Native Indians, and the you know what I mean, the so-called, you know, African Americans, we bring them back. You know what I'm saying? We go in those gaps, like in the hood, you know what I'm saying, on the corner. We go up in those places where they at to bring them back to, you know what I'm saying, so that we can survive when it comes down on us. Because right now, the leadership, they don't go in the gaps. They in an arena. You know what I'm saying? That you got to pay, you know, $100 to get in. And guess what? When they start healing people, they got spotters in the crowd that's going up to get healed. So if they see somebody going up that's in a wheelchair, they pull you to the side. Nope. Somebody walking up like this with polio, you know what I mean? Nope. And then they actually have spotters that are, you know, when they say, come up to get healed by Benny Hinn, or come up to get healed by TD Jakes, come up to get healed or whatever. They got spotters that are in the line, because everybody has to form a line to go up there to get a blessing or whatever, or healed. So they got spotters that are in the crowd, that are up there, that look at the people who are trying to roll up there in a wheelchair and be like, nah, you can't go up there, stand to the side. Yo, you trying to walk up there with those crutches? Oh, stand to the side. And then they see somebody who's walking regular. Okay, yeah, you can go up, because as soon as he put hands on you, you're gonna fall out like an idiot. So we could capitalize off of you and everybody else who, you know, might be in this crowd that don't look like they really dealing with nothing that's, you know, really too difficult, you know what I mean, to deal with. So yeah, it's about brotherhood, man. Brotherhood is the weapon. Sisterhood is the weapon. And everybody that engages in it, of course, will be, you know, right, man. And the next time we're going to be able to do this is the Passover in Cocoa Beach. If you haven't got your way to get down there, then just start working on it now, right? Captain Tazariak has a lecture coming up. Not a lecture, but a debate coming up Saturday. We'll be in the building for that. And, you know, like, once we get down there, man, just, you know, we're going to enjoy each other, man. Get it on. Y'all already know how the Passover goes. We put a lot of work into it. And, you know, we're going to get it on like that. And does anybody got any questions or anything like that? Y'all good to go? Go ahead, sis.
Did you find out about the Baltimore bus?
Yeah, I'll talk to you once we get off camera. All right, go ahead. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass the pass over to Peace and Officer Mataziala.
ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, their teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they're to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. It's whatever amount you like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations. I want to just got talking about the Passover. If you are going to the Passover, the very next day is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So if you're going to the Passover, prepare your house so that you are in the right spirit when you come back, so that you are obeying the law. The law states that you are not to have any leaven in your house, in your dwellings for 7 days. Mm-hmm. For the 7 days, starting the day after the Passover. So when we come back from the Passover, we will be in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So prepare properly. All right. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, Men of Israel, Majum, we're going to give a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham. Yada Matah. Stars means turn. Sisters of Majim means to stand. We're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yada Matah. Class dismissed.
Dom the Monko,